So this was a battle I had in my T110E5. Probably the single best battle I've ever had in this tank, which isn't saying a lot since I haven't had a lot of them. But so this battle was an encounter battle on Sigfreid Line, and just to give you an idea of my thought process, what was going on here, I generally don't like going to that 6th line area. That just seems to be a death alley area for me every time I try to play there. So this time around I was trying to do something different, especially keeping in mind that, as you can see in the notation up on the right hand side, this was a sheriff match, and so I wasn't trying to get caught up in the idea of going after the sheriff and killing him, but just killing tanks in general. I figured there'd be enough people trying to kill him, and that might spell the doom for us in this match. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it does get a little bit boring here in the first part. Not a whole lot going on, but I do decide to go around the F line to see what I can do about getting over here and just getting shots on the cap area to keep people off. So I see that Patton, I get a shot on him right away. I'm watching the minimap pretty constantly, trying to keep an eye on that. I do make kind of a silly mistake here. I go to the other side of these buildings where there already can get a shot on me, and maybe anybody else who happens to be camping over in that area. I get a little greedy thinking I can go after this M46 and finish him off quickly. I do see him. I take a quick look around, get one shot on him, but I back out of there pretty quick and get back over on this line where not so many guns can get trained on me. I'll wait and see here to see if he's going to come around the corner, if anybody else is going to show up. As there are two other medium tanks kind of sitting over near the cap area watching that area, so I'm not too concerned about anything sneaking up on behind me over there, and I'm just kind of watching this backside for a short bit. I decide nothing's coming around there, so I head back around over towards the middle. Because most of the enemy tanks are over there, and I look to see if I can get any side shots, anything going through that small area over there. There's the sheriff and his E100. Get a quick shot on that 1390 who peeks his head out. And back into cover again. Finish the 1390 off. Back up. I see over there on the backside a low pops up on the radar a bit. And that there's a scout that sneaks around to the side behind us, but I'm not worried about him so much as I am about this low that's coming around over here on the backside. I decide to repair the gun, that being more important than anything else. Back up, see what other shots I can get on this low coming around. Make him pay. So far the T62 and I are doing a pretty good job of kind of holding this area. I'm squeaking out, see if that low's decided to come around. He hasn't. I turn over. Oh, there's an E100 there. I look down, I do see that T30 and the T62 finishes off the BK. I'll go back around because I do see that those guys are coming around over here. I'll make that low pay again. I don't know what he's thinking. It's okay there. I don't mind. Finish him off. That T30 over there. Not sure. Oh, the M46 patent nailed me. Still trying to figure out how that happened. But anyway. T62 finishes off the patent, but then the T30 finishes off my T62. So I make him pay. And then finish him off. So at this point, I'm down below 50% health, and I'm feeling a little bit worried when I consider what's left over on their side and what's left on our side. Our Pershings basically sat back there. It did nothing most of the game. Bounced the shot on the T-34, which was kind of aggravating. Then I see this full health IS-3 sitting over here. And I'm a little worried, not a lot. So I'm angled a little bit, and I just bounce shots. So at this point, I decide I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get over here and take care of this IS-3. It's me and the Pershing left against 3 heavy tanks. There's the T-34. Bounce the shot off of him. He backs away. I'm feeling pretty nervous, but because I don't know where the E100 is. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. So I get over here, bounce another shot by the IS-3. Make him pay. I do see that GW Panther. And there's the IS-3 is gone. There's the Panther, but I don't reload in time to get a shot off on him. And I'm just praying that the Pershing takes care of him because I think I've got bigger fish to fry with the T-34 and E100 that are both left, and they're both obviously competent because they've got 6 kills between them. So I start trolling around, seeing if I can find these guys. Considering the shape I'm in, I'm not very confident that I'm going to pull this off. But I roll around anyway, and I do something silly right here. I'm being cautious. But I'm looking right, and all of a sudden, boop, on my left. There they are. Bam. The T-34 gets a shot at me, but I get a side shot on the E100 and finish him off. Now I've got my armor turned to him. I'm not too worried about the T-34 anymore. I get a shot on him, but even though it's a hit, I think it bounced. I'm not sure I did any damage to him. Get the last one, boom, and finish him off. 6 kills, Top Gun. Pretty good game. Feeling good about that one.